Have you seen a prophet?
Move along. Move along.
Muting volume now.
Sublight Underground takes care of its own.
You believed Halcyon Helen's death was the worst part of all this.
Aha! Oh. Next stop, the fight.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed. Halcyon Helen was more than a character. She was a brand. Her death will now be associated with Rizzo's... Stop. Please warn me before you provide me with unsolicited ideas. There are waivers you need to sign. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation. Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, the Piraeus spaceport is Cedric's purview, not mine. You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
Aha! Always so nice to hear you, Inspector. I'll get you to your floor on the double. Aha!
I hope the murderer is
Middle of a lockdown? No one's supposed to be coming or going.
And maintenance job fulfilled.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The garb on this security guard identifies him as a member of the Rizzo's corporation. His rank would have been that of jawbreaker or higher, This security guard has experienced premature expiration. Evidence strongly suggests a conflict with marauders.
Customer, would you like to steam clean this blood-stained uniform? Say yes.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Hey, pretty please. It's Amelia. Evan must have gotten into the Spectrum in these crates. Listen to this.
Come out! Come out to play!
Wow, he's having a grand old time. I'm gonna take him to A.
Please visit the Purpleberry Nut Hut to purchase an audio tour today.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's Rizzo's! Welcome to the Purpleberry Nut Hut, you wonderful, wonderful customer! Thank you for giving my humble existence value.
I can't tell if she's happy or in serious pain.
I sure am! Good lamps you got on you to take notice. Oh, that? I call it my little passenger. I don't know why. The name just appeared in my head when this thing showed up on my neck. I don't know. It just appeared one. Sometimes I wonder how it showed up, and I start to worry. But worrying feels bad, and I... Again, might I recommend a Rizzo's Dark Matter bar? It's so dark not even light can pierce it. Isn't science wonderful? Now I'd love to get you something, maybe a couple somethings. Whatever you like, I can sell it to you at a low, low price.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, Sugar Gel Flakes, and Purple Berry flavored caramel.
Halcyon Helen's death was the worst part of all this.
Uh-huh. Next stop, the finest seat in the...
Inspector, Halcyon... It's the circumstances of her death that trouble. Stop. Back to... You're here. There... You have...
Uh-huh.
I hope the...
We're in the middle of a lockdown. No one's supposed to be coming or going. Swear to the architect, Matthias, if you've lost your rifle's ionization coil again. Oh, wait, you ain't part of my crew. What do you want? Tightly wound? Tightly wound? Damn right, I'm fine. I'm going to my comm place, where there's peace and quiet, and none of my sprat fucking subordinates can bother me. On behalf of Slug, I'd like to apologize for that outburst, as well as all of my future outbursts. Yes, I'm a little wound up. You would be too. Between the landing pad, lockdowns, gate closures, and constant questions from angry guests, I've got a lot on my plate. And if that don't beat all, one of my crew is AWOL. If you're serious... It's not exactly uncommon for Slug agents to go on the odd bender. Usually... Thing is, they usually The missing crew member's Evan O'Connor. Friendly type. He was last stationed.
Sterling is this unit's middle name.
Nice one!
Unit's performance evaluation is Sterling.
That's the last
Kill germs.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The guard is security guard. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Hey, Crew C. It's Amelia. Evan must have gotten into the Spectrum in these crates. Listen to this.
Come out! Come out to play!
Law, he's having a grand old time. I'm gonna take him to A2 under the hotel so he can sleep it off. I'll meet you back at the orchard straight after. See you soon. Evan, come on, you slackwit.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's Rizzo's! Welcome to the Purpleberry Nut Hut, you wonderful, wonderful customer! Thank you for giving my humble existence value.
I can't tell if she's happy or in serious pain.
I sure am! Good lamps you got on you to take notice. Oh, that? I call it my little passenger. I don't know why. The name just appeared in my head when this thing showed up on my neck. Don't you dare! Or I'll cut something off you! Gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. I just felt that... Couple of days. Ever since it showed up, I really can't imagine life. I don't know. It just appeared one day. I guess I just picked it up while working in the orchards. Sometimes I wonder how it showed up, and I start to worry. But worrying feels bad, and I hate feeling bad. So I don't worry about it. Now I'd love to get you something. Maybe a couple somethings? I'm so glad you asked. The orchards are my third favorite subject, with my first being Rizzo's refreshing drinks and my second being Rizzo's tooth. Our orchards are the source of 63% of Rizzo's total produce, which correlates to 112% of fresh goods throughout all of Halcyon. Give or take a few percent, of course. If you want to know more about each part of the orchards, might I recommend one of our fantastic tours? One of our options is even audio-guided as a special bonus feature. Oh, that is so understandable. No, I'm sorry. The only celebrity who shopped recently is Black Hole Birdie. Quite the affable man, as it so happens. And the stories are wrong. He could probably lift 2 benches of tossball players at once, not just one. Laws, not just affable, but virile, too. Ooh, wait a minute. Now that his beau's dead, that means Birdie's single. Maybe I'll strike up a little more than conversation the next time he comes by. Hey, that's a swell idea. Terror on Monarch was so romantic. Sadness is a big old waste.
I don't think I've ever seen an orchard before. I mean, other than Mr. Devitt's garden. You mind if we look around a little?
Maybe I could hold up my end if your people weren't sabotaging my operations. And if sabotaging the orchards weren't enough, you had to make it personal. You really had to bust my Insta coffee maker too? The nerve.
Hold that asinine thought. Who is this armed stranger who just wandered into your office? Back up for a fight you can't finish?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't know this fella. I think it's mightily more likely that he's under your payroll. Here to burn down what you haven't already.
I see. Just a visitor, then. Congratulations, Hathaway. Not everyone's abandoned your orchards.
Well, shame that you're trying to change that. Anyway, sorry for the heated reception, stranger. There's just been some trouble here of late. Name's Overseeing Orchardist Hathaway, and I'm in charge of these orchards. Though it seems like certain groups, which will remain unnamed, are trying to change that. Looks like I'm stuck playing the part of customer service rep. Because it's different. Yeah, I saw her. Tried to flag her down for an autograph, but to no avail. Ran right by me. No idea where she was heading. Seemed like she had a lot on her mind. Yeah, just another woe to add to the pile. In the past, the orchard subcontracted security work from Slug. You know, keep the malcontents on staff from causing too much trouble. But between the Spectrum Brown unveiling demanding all of our resources and the recent uptick in worker accidents, we just ain't got the budget for security. And, of course, Slug has decided that instead of being reasonable, they're just gonna sabotage our operations until we start paying them again.
Look at the poor Rizzo's manager, lying about Sublight to make himself feel better. Shame he skipped where Rizzo's was short on our payments months before the new unveiling.
Look, at the end of the day, it's obvious that Slug is sabotaging us. I ain't paying. It's the strangest thing. Like everyone forgot their 10-minute workplace safety seminars. That's twice as long as the next leading brand. Our people should be safety. But I've seen folks step on open electrical wires, drop pallets on each other. One damn fool even blundered into a wasp-keto hive. Even as he died, he looked fairly pleased. Thank the law. Some good... You hear that, lapdog? Truth's coming. Better fess up while you still can outside of an interrogation room.
While I'm sure you'd love to have a scapegoat on whom you can pin your own incompetence, I suspect you'll be disappointed. But what do I know? I suppose it's up to your new hiree. I'm sorry you had to come in on such a brusque conversation. Not everyone appreciates the work Slug does on Eridanos.
Especially not folk that Slug is trying to...
All right, it seems I need to say it yet again. We're not stomping upon your purple berries or knocking your workers off the planetoid.
And I want you to stop setting our exterminator mechanicals loose and breaking our machinery.
This is how the conversation has gone for the last hour and a half. Well, he's being difficult, as you've no doubt seen. All I'm here to do is enforce an agreed-upon business relationship. But our friend here...
Don't tell me to settle. Why don't you settle?
Yes, I'll be... I know what you must be thinking, but no. I'm not here to atomize his kneecaps. I just want... If I hear that question one more time, I swear... Look, we just want to get paid. Hampering our clients' productivity is not a good way to... Much as we love giving the bureaucrats 29% of our profits, technically not. Official contracts have some rather obscene fees. Instead, our company's opted for a non-official manager's agreement. I'm just here to make certain our friend over there pays. That's... You're weird. Generous, but weird. The sentiment is nice, but Rizzo's doesn't just pay money. They're also literally our meal tickets. Unless you also happen to own an orchard, Yes, I think we've spoken. What can Slug? You're welcome to. Hope that was sufficient. Nope. Sorry. But
Oh, me too. We didn't get many episodes of Terror on Monarch back in the Vale, but I thought she was great in Dissidents from the Doomed Planet.
celebs as big as Helen always seem to elicit strong binary opinions in people.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as Halcyon Helen.
You find anything? Yeah, sure, Captain. Whatever you say.
harvest, I do believe.
Well, sweet hello there, valued visitor. I am sure sorry to break it to you, but our orchards are closed to all officially guided tours at this precise moment in time.
Oh, my dear Law. Sir, I don't mean to be rude, but do you know what's going on with your face?
Why, thank you! Rizzo's encourages all workers to put on a happy... Rizzo's does beseech you to please purchase one of our self-guided options if you're wishing to join one of our rejuvenative, now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket. Why, you say that as if it's a bad thing. I am quite overcome with happiness, indeed. You won't find a Rizzo's worker in all of Eridanos who isn't 100% thrilled in their day-to-day existence. It's part of our brand manifesto. Happy workers lead to happy... And repeat customers make the charts look better on our weekly profit reports. And you know what never fails to bring a smile to my face? The breathtaking tours we offer throughout the orchard. Ah, you mean that lovely actor who got herself dead? Damn shame. She did come by, but not during any official tour time. I thought she'd hired a private tour at first, but it was Dr. Blossom who was showing her the way to the... Can't imagine why she'd need to meet with our head researcher on the Spectrum product line outside of her lab hours. Unless, of course, it had to do with the new product unveiling. That's right. She was. She sure... Maybe it might have involved an issue with the launch batch then? All I know is one of our certified tour guides could have given her a much more comprehensive tour of the grounds were that her interest. Can't say that I have. We use bad batches of liquor for our pesticides. Only the exterminator mechanicals are armed around here. And I haven't seen any bloody objects aside from the usual pair of gardening shears. Unless, that is, Miss Helen was also stung to death by pollinization mosquitoes? She wasn't, was she? That would be a mighty wretched way to go. Pollinization by killer mosquitoes, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty, for safety reasons. When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted, all mosquitoes are biologically programmed to return to the hive, their holding pen. Of course, the very last thing Rizzo's would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the hive and triggering an unscheduled cycle, so you'd best steer clear of it for safety. You'll know the hive by its big, glimmering electric fencing. Yes, indeedy. I've got the wondrous honor. Before my morning clock-in last Sunday, I was but a lowly nanner peeler picker on the line shift. Now I'm responsible for growing every... Heaven sweet, no. It's not like he was murdered. He simply disappeared without a trace. And the groundkeeper before that one? Well, she wasn't missing at all. Her body was found near hive control, covered head to toe in thousands of welts. No mystery, and certainly no murder with what happened. Why would I? I am daily filled with bursting I reckon you could talk to my supervisor, the overseeing orchardist. He would know more. Of course. I can't. There's a reason why we keep him.
Card line discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What could that have been?
Incoming! I can't hear you laughing!
Never felt what's wrong, friendo. That's not your tongue.
Never felt so good in my life. I just want to be your friend!
Feels good. Feels fun.
Resuming passive mode.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Please visit the Purpleberry Nut Hut to purchase an...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Please visit the Purpleberry...
What are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new, groundskeeper? That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you? Very funny. If you were Edna, you would have stabbed me in the throat halfway through the second word of my first question.
Oh, this poor fella's lost his wits.
I'm getting old, damn it. And after a while, anything that isn't a plant gets hard to distinguish from anything that is. But no, you don't look like Edna. Though you do smell a bit like her, like blood and starship grease. You must be that freelance inspector. Well, as bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff he gets, bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel. Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have... I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress. Yet she acts like she's deserved of the same access as a co-CEO. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again, which is a shame, of course. I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native Tripicale with a foreign strain. Would have called it Hexticale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it. That one, I think, can be attributed to the waspitos. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's designs? You say angry. I say efficient. Not only can our waspitos defend themselves, but Rizzo's investments as well. They come through the orchards only during pollinization cycles, as dictated by our hive control operators, which means that visitors usually aren't on the receiving ends of their stingers. Well, yes, if there's an equipment malfunction, the pollinization cycle will have to be manually shut down, which means traveling to hive control while the waspitos swarm.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress. Congratulations, Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected near... Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Make it dirty, Sam. Clean cycle step 2, industrial stain. American fan coming up.
I'm pleased as possible.
I just wanted to...
Here I go! Nothing.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Happy customers are repeat customers.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Caution! Infestation encroaching!
Bits of wicker detected, embedded within the chunks of dark matter. Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product. The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
Something went wrong here. I really hope it wasn't the food.
Miss Helen was at this lab too. We're close to finding something. I can feel it.
Entering quiet mode.
Hello? I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass.
Stain identified. Source, arterial blood spray. Dispensing mix of sawdust and abstergent now.
How in the aether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will. You do know that Halcyon Helen is a fictional character portrayed by the late actress Ruth Bellamy, yes? One can't be too sure with so many simpletons. Regardless, I am not at liberty to divulge such Of course, if you were to say, contract your services to me, I suppose I could grant you clearance enough to answer your murder-related questions, Mr. Inspector. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab. Excellent. You have my... Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
These people don't deserve to die, Captain. Let's try using the sedative.
The door to the lower labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
That will
No one bring me down. I just want to see your friends.
Don't mess with us.
To make you smile.
That's a lot more Rizzos than I ever wanted.
invasive contaminants detected.
Not gonna let no one bring me down.
That's the last of them.
Muting volume now. Unit recalled.
I'm on my way. Sure.
It reeks of unhappiness, damn you! Oh yeah, that's funny. Real fun. You are.
That's the last of them.
It was seemingly erratic footsteps. So I presume the sedative works. Please return to consultation at once. And do remember, unauthorized access to confidential Rizzo's information is a capital offense. Just who in the... Oh my law. It's you. Wait.
Somebody didn't want us talking to Dr. Blossom. You think it was Miss Helen's killer?
Timeline discrepancy detected. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed. This person is most definitely dead. But recently, they were still alive.
Would you like Sam to tidy up this area? Waiting for confirmation command. Confirmation command.
I remember those gunshots. Energy weapons don't sound that way. Killer must have been using something exotic.
Timeline description. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
Not gonna... Oh, whoops. There it is. Okay. This is Dr. Blossom. Iridanium gigaseous slug research report 1. Subject: a bunch of slugs. Ugh. These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board. But at the end of the day, they still look like my brother would if he ever stopped wearing that damn toupee. Initially found these little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother, who works for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. The backstabber. Suffice it to say that these things are parasites.
What kind of monster kills all these people over a data cartridge?
Parasites. The canid didn't seem to mind, but it's almost as stupid as my research staff. Not gonna... Oh, whoops. There it is. Okay. This is Dr. Blossom. Iridanium gigaseous slug research report 1. Subject: a bunch of slugs. Ugh. These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board. But at the end of the day, they still look like my brother would if he ever stopped wearing that damn toupee. Initially found these little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother, who works for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. The backstabber. Suffice it to say that these things are
Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here, mere moments earlier in the timeline.
See that red wire? Whoever cut that wire was trying to disrupt the circuit. They could have sealed the lab doors temporarily. At least until the failsafes kicked in. Looks like a standard ventilation shaft to me. Somebody around my size could have crawled in. Wouldn't have been comfortable or, clean. Ventilation shafts usually...
Suffice it to say that these things are parasites. The canid didn't seem to mind, but it's almost as stupid as my research staff. Good stuff. Oh, whoops. Got some spectrum on the dissection subject. It's fine. Yeah, I think I see a couple sacs in the worm. Might secrete enzymes or poison or something. Good stuff. Oh, whoops. Got some spectrum on the dissection subject. That's fine. Yeah, I think...
Releasing the mosquitoes for pollination. Cycle is now in progress.
What is that sound? And why am I sure we're about to find out? Incoming!
Damn. Putting trash in its rightful place for more than 70 years.
Feels good! Feels fun!
Plastic! Infant ancient intelligence!
Unexpected noise identified. Searching for...
Caution advised. Mosquito venom tank category attack that may take with health. The native things take up to 12 times more painful and deadly than that of organic one.
No one bring me down! I just want to
Unadjusted and...
Hardline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This card also expired prematurely, following up.
Uh-huh. Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
I understand there was an incident at the orchards. The pollination cycle began without my authorization. Fortunately, you managed to save most of the hive. The waspitos are essential to the orchards, you see. Losing them would have cost us months of production. The orchards can be a dangerous place, but my workers understand the hazards. Something about this incident troubles me. The circumstances are suspicious. But let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Have you discovered anything? You have my attention. That's deeply upsetting. Dr. Leora Blossom was an extraordinary scientist and a friend. We have a murderer on the loose, Inspector, as if the death of Halcyon... Her commitment to her NDA was admirable. I'll make sure to accelerate the payout of her death benefits to her next of kin. I wish you'd give me a little more information, Inspector. Leora was a friend. But I promised to leave this investigation in your hands, and so I shall. If there's anything else you'd like to share, you have my attention. That's troubling, to say the least. Any transfer... Yes, I share your suspicions. Someone didn't want you following their trail. This feels like more than corporate espionage. Someone's playing with us, Inspector. And I have never in my life enjoyed games. Did you discover anything else? This incident at the orchards must be connected to... My apologies, Inspector. This case... When you're ready, I suggest a word with the hotel coroner. She should have finished her aut...
Prepare to be vaporized.
Aha!
Why would anybody bring raptidons up here? Don't this hotel have a policy on animals?
Hope you've been enjoying.
And ready to kill Europe. Flawlessly finished.
Feels good. Feels.
I'm pretty happy working for Slug. Mr. Kincannon treats us with respect.
Non-slug personnel aren't permitted on the pilot house. Can I help you? Sure. He and... Well, shit. What? I just had a shift with Evan at the Purpleberry Orchards, kind of. We were supposed to haul some crates, but he was drunk when I got there. I took him to room 82 under the hotel so he could sleep it off. Guess he was drunk. I'd appreciated it.
Oh, look here. I could use a new pair of glasses.
Congratulations, customer. Your SAM unit is performing at peak capacity.
I say, this pocket watch has someone's initials inscribed on it. If you lose anything else, it's good to know we can purchase a replacement here.
Hey, you. Come.
Invasive contaminants.
Hey, you look like you need some stuff. Fancy what? Junk. These are people's prized possessions. Nice try, but you can't haggle me down. My last quarterly review said I had an attitude problem. Morale improvement program fixed me right up.
You don't know how grateful I am to the morale improvement program. Change my... You don't know how grateful I am to the morale improvement program. Changed my life.
You're sure he's not in the museum?
Even if he is, no one will think you dress the same as him on purpose.
Inspector, hope you catch that killer soon.
Timeline discrepancy detected. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Discrepancy detected. Rizzo's company policy clearly states that all proprietary mascots must exhibit signs of physical life. Timeline discrepancy detected. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Discrepancy detected. Rizzo's company policy clearly states that all proprietary mascots must exhibit signs of physical life. Excellent observation, Inspector. Have you deduced a possible cause of death? Unusually small entry wounds indicate exotic weaponry. Closest approximations are 1. Incident involving a game of darts. 2. The Needler. Yes, Inspector. The Needler. Bespoke handgun carried and wielded, famously deployed by Halcyon Helen in Terror on Monarch. This weapon was responsible for executing the Chief of the Savages, played by Spencer Woolridge. This unit is incapable of providing ethical advice. This unit is also... This empty bottle of spirits does not belong to any known corporate brand. Excellent deduction, Inspector. Imbibing of unauthorized beverages is strictly prohibited under Rizzo's company law. Ingredients include antiseptic alcohol, sucrose, and unidentifiable miscellaneous organic material. Closest match. Counterfeit spirits available at the Piraeus spaceport.
The brochure never mentioned anything about mosquito attacks. What other danger?
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report. Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum. If it's any consolation, her death was instantaneous and painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure. Oh, most certainly. Well, possibly they were trying to make her extremely uncomfortable, but I suppose killing her would also satisfy that criterion. The thought occurred to me. I tested this hypothesis by vacating the contents of my stomach and testing for the presence of the same toxin. Slightly elevated levels of mercury and an alarming amount of blue food coloring. But other than that, no. I'm certain it wasn't, as you put it, just the hotel food. Oh, how curious. I do believe you're right. I wonder if this has something to do with the autopsy process. She was Halcyon Helen up until the moment I brought her to the operating table. But as soon as I cut her open, I stopped thinking of her as Halcyon Helen. It's almost as if You're a freelancer of some repute. Surely you're no stranger to seeing the interior organs of a human being. Although, I suspect you do most of your work with a gun and not a scalpel.
Aha!
Please, can't you see my heart is bursting at the seams? I absolutely must go out. A quote from the Sisty Cutlet. I voiced a Sisty pig aware that it was going to be slaughtered. Ask me anything at all. I might even... Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain was most undignifying. While I've certainly had no shortage of inadequate hotel meals, this was I suspect poison. And who would be most likely to poison me but Chef Anwar? Oh, we've clashed almost non... How alarming! Whoever targeted her was certainly targeting me. I can only thank my ironclad constitution that I'm standing here before you. Oh, that's very good to know. Perhaps the poisoner simply meant to incapacitate us both, disrupt the product launch. I couldn't say, Inspector. I'm merely an actor. None that I can think of. I treat all hotel staff. Is that a jibe? Could you imagine the tabloid headlines? Spencer Very well, then. Oh, must I relive that ghast? But I suppose... You're... That, yes. Yes, I distinct... This hotel is certainly bringing a new meaning. Bellamy has been my... In fact, I cannot name... In short, resenting Bellamy. Oh, come now, I'm an old man. Bellamy, in short, resent... Bellamy, Oh, it resent...
Aha! Always so nice to hear you, Inspector.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis of this stovetop reveals an alarming degree of grease buildup, approximating proximity to volatile gases and chemicals. Chances of an explosive combustion upon next use currently at 92.9%.
Wait, bad idea!
Performing scan. Gaslight appears to have gone out some time ago. Chance of explosive combustion without... Searching slug work logs. No, slug has likely not fixed this issue due to a lack of response. Most corporations have regular cleaning procedures to prevent damage to slug, already unlike most...
Yes? Are you here for the double rack of smoked sprat? Well, I'm sorry to Oh, don't give me that look. Let me see if I can pencil you in for later. Actually, what am I saying? I can't do... Weren't you listening? We're reserved solid for the next month. I'm sorry, but you'll... Crime or no crime, I must keep my head on my work. You're the inspector? Here? Why? I mean, you may ask me whatever you want. Of course I did. I would never allow anyone else to touch the meals of so important. Oh my law, this is the end, isn't it? My mother always warned me that the culinary world was too dangerous, but I didn't heed. Okay, I wasn't the one who did it, but I might have been mistaken when I said I was constantly watching Helen's food. Spencer Woolrich and Bellhop Owens were underfoot in the kitchen as I was preparing Helen's meal. Either one of them could have tampered with the food when I was fetching ingredients. Mr. Woolrich often finds the hotel's meals wanting. He seems to enjoy complaining in person. While I could appreciate someone with a discerning palate for once, I believe that Mr. Woolrich simply enjoys the attention he gets from us. Though don't tell him I said as much. If you wish to speak with him, Mr. Woolrich can most likely be found in his suite on the VIP. I understand your reluctance, but... Oh, I just remembered. Constable Keene has access to the security footage in her office at the spaceport. If you visit her... Well, it's a breach of professionalism, of course. Well, I suppose that's as good a point as any I've heard. I may have taken some time to engage in a teensy bit of recreational drinking, and consequently, I may have been somewhat less than coherent after... Yes, but not specifically. Owens often procures exotic ingredients from the creatures at the wilderness. Let's not talk. It's always hard to say when Owens might be back. If I were you, I'd make a trek to the reserve myself. Otherwise, who knows how long you'll have to wait. Thank you for your understanding, Inspector. I'm sure...
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? You got the punch.
I just want to be your friend!
Hi, Pit!
I just wanted to make you smile!
I don't much care if you work for the adjutant. You want my respect? Show respect to the cannon.
Inspector, good to see you. Let me just grant you access and... Welcome to the Piraeus Spaceport.
I don't...
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, I mean Slug. Been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector?
Error. Organization Sluglight not found in registry.
Should have kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector. Slug's sick of all your meddling. Well, you ain't gonna... Quick, everyone! Get him!
Caution!
I'll fix you, run ya!
One order of frickin' fan coming up.
Everyone all right?
We don't toss troublemakers out of airlocks. We push them over
the edge. Greetings, non-criminally associated individual. The Rizzo's constabulary is currently not closed due to a bureaucratic processes. Please speak. Error. Unit designation no longer one. While potential lethality of all Rizzo's constabularies must include at least one deputy constable among the pool of available Rizzo's employee candidates. This unit does not have how many. All requests for security footage require error. Bit processing unit has been removed, temporarily surpassing bit fee request. Funds will be requested from Rizzo's leadership, delivering footage. If you would like. Checking log limitation.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. An aberration in the expected timeline for this organic being has occurred. Behold, the body of Maria Keene, formerly the constable of the Eridanos atmospheric complex. No signs of life detected. Maria Keene is survived by no known relatives. Excellent observation, Inspector. Multiple wounds located in the frontal bone and between the clavicles suggest she was facing away from her attacker. Furthermore, the location and circumference of exit wounds suggest a firearm with unconventional ammunition. Yes, Inspector. These entry wounds match the profile previously detected on the Rizzo's Rangers mascot. Constable Maria Keene was likely killed by someone. High concentration of potassium chloride detected. Trace amounts of neurotoxin detected. These substances show the highest concentration near the entry and exit wounds. Cardiac arrest, rather than physical trauma, is the most likely cause of death. Your memo has been noted. This unit has been programmed to offer encouragement during banter protocol activated.
I don't know what to make of Sublight Underground. Or Slug, I guess. This port seems real busy. I wonder if they're trying to compete with the Groundbreaker.
What do you want? Shh, not so loud! How'd you know it was me? Yeah, that makes sense. You must be a good one to sniff me. I'm in no mood to sign autographs, and I hate disappointing fans. Oh, yeah, I guess it's kinda neato. Oh, what's it matter? I've been trying to find who did this, but I'm stumped. That I can do. So,
I was getting blotto with the rest of the rain. You know, so.
I think he means drunk.
The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, they wanted to cheer me up. We were up the pole afore evening. The hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling. Zeke said we should move elsewhere. We ended up at the wilderness exploitation. There was this one cow off away from the others. Zeke figured it'd be a laugh to get her drunk. One thing led to another, and I think we might have maybe... Oh, wow! That's real clever of you to figure out. Helen would have liked you, I'd wager. Say, is the cow okay? Oh, I don't like to assume things. My memory's a little muddled after that. I guess me and the team got split up, because I know I was on my own at the pilot house. I reckon not. See, I went to the weather station. I was looking for where Helen stashed her data pad for safekeeping. She'd asked me to get it, mind. I wasn't stealing. I don't know. I didn't ask. On account of she asked me in a note sent to my hotel room. Paper usually ain't too chatty. Helen thought I was funny. I found the data pad at the weather station, like Helen said, but then a guard found me. She started yelling about how I was trespassing. Long story short, ran like the Rangers were down by 3 and I just bronzed the toss ball in the Friday zone. I didn't know where I was going, but my legs took me straight to my friend's... to my... fridge... Raider. I don't want to tell you.
Good one, Captain. Oh, you're serious? You want me to be the bad inspector? Are you sure? Oh, fine. Look, Mr. Black Hole, sir. If you know anything about Ms. Helen's death, you need to tell us. 'Cause the Cap, the inspectors, real determined to hunt the killer down, and you seem like a real kind-hearted man, and I'd hate to see you get caught up in this mess.
I apologize, ma'am, but I'm confused. I thought your boss was the good inspector?
Sorry, I messed up, didn't I?
All right, I get the idea. Jeez. Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises. Used to calm down.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. An aberration in the expected. No signs of life. Further. Yes, constant. High. Visa cardiac. Your memo. Banter protocol activated. We'll find the Sprat bastards responsible, Inspector.
Reminds me of a rose. Just a bit.
This unit has located the origin of all filth in this area, targeting upper levels of the Harbor Master's building for extreme sanitation.
I'm a criminal, get it? They don't let me talk to law-abiding sorts.
If I made a bet with you at the Copper Bottom last night, let's call it off now. I can't stand the taste of life sprats.
Hey, you. I got something I need to speak with you about. Hey there. Word around the spaceport is that you came in on the Unreliable. You a new crewmate? I see. Well, this would have been easier with Hawthorne, but I hope that if you're flying his ship, it means you're a freelancer too. I run an outfit for the moving of, less than legal goods. There's a particular piece of cargo needs delivering to a particular individual in the space. Thing is, I don't know where the cargo is right now. The crewmate who handles that is in the clink for getting a little... We've already attracted too much attention. Too risky to visit her myself. That's where you come in. You have... Great.
What do you want? Shh! Not so loud! How'd you know it was me? That's what the disguise is for. I'm in no mood to sign autographs. Oh, yeah. Oh, what's it? I've been... But I'm... You... So... I was getting blocked. You know...
I think he...
There was this... Oh, wow! Say, is the cap... Oh, I don't... My man... She'd asked me... I don't know. I didn't ask. Don't be rude, pal. She sent the note before we, you know, split. I could have been sitting... I found the data pad at the weather station, like Helen said. But then her guard... She started yelling about how I... Real sure. It was dark as night gets. Anyway, I didn't much feel like trying to explain why I was out there. Ran like the Rangers were down by 3 and I just... Yeah, I mean, no. I don't want to tell you.
Let Sam help you get a handle on murdering germs. Whether through incineration, vaporization, pulverization, or electrostrangulation, Sam kills it all.
Did that automech just call me a germ?
Preparing high-powered acid spray sanitary dispenser for firing.
All right. Jeez. Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down. Confidant is like confidence. What's torrid mean? Don't get the wrong idea, okay? Auric's... So now you have the whole story. After I talked to Auric, I went back, woke up the next morning with Helen's datapad in my hand and the hangover to end all. Oh, I mean the hard stuff. Anyway, you ought to take Helen's datapad. Maybe you'll have better luck understanding her notes. Either she was writing in code or I'm dumber than a bag of hammers. I tried for hours to crack her notes, but it's like I said, being... I know that, but you gotta believe me. I would never hurt Helen, no matter how drunk I was. You could preserve me in Spectrum Brown and I wouldn't even look... I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I knew Helen better than anybody. And it'd be handy to have a guy like me around. I'm not threatening nobody. Gee, you try to help? I'll head back to the Grand Colonial then.